local from Faculty of Applied Science, Prof. Dr. Muhammad Saiful Ahmad Muhammad Said. Prof. Dr. Muhammad Saiful Ahmad Muhammad Said is an Oxford University graduate. He is an expert in molecular medicine, specializing in human molecular genetics of leukemia. He completed his postdoctoral research at Oxford University and later in molecular cytogenetics at the Royal Columbia Hospital, Vancouver. He is currently the professor and chairman of the Joint Lincoln University College Faculties Ethics Committee and has been consultant to the Ministry of Health Malaysia since 1998. From 2008 to 2018, he was a founder and principal investigator of the Institute of Medical Molecular Biotechnology, UITN. Ladies and gentlemen, Prof. Dr. Muhammad Saiful Ahmad has published 4 national books, 45 peer-reviewed journal papers, and contributed 4 book chapters. His research continues to influence molecular medicine and biotechnology. Welcome you, Doctor. I shall introduce the speaker as well. Okay, I shall introduce the keynote speaker. Is from Philippines. All right, Dr. Neil Mandura Martin. He's an associate professor and clinical instructor and international affairs coordinator, College of Nursing, Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, Iligan City, Philippines. Dr. Neil Mandura Martin holds the position of assistant professor and clinical instructor at the College of Nursing, Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, located in Iligan City, Philippines. In addition to his teaching responsibilities, he also served as the International Affairs Coordinator for the college. With a background in community health nursing and psychosocial support facilitation, Dr. Martin brings a diverse set of skills to his role. Dr. Martin's educational journey includes earning a PhD in education from Xavier University School of Education in Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, he has also obtained a Master of Arts in Nursing from the University of Cebu in Cebu City, Philippines, and a Master in Business Education from the University St. Jose Rosarios, also in Cebu City. Furthermore, he holds a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from Liceo de Cagayan University in Cagayan de Oro City in Philippines. He has actively engaged in voluntary work for the MSUIT College of Nursing, specifically focusing on the design and development of a flexible remote learning program for community health nursing. Shall we all put hands together to welcome Dr. Neil to the stage? Yes.
வந்ததும் அப்படி இருக்கிறதும் அப்படி வந்ததும் அப்படி இருக்கிறதும் அப்படி
Good morning to our distinguished session chair and our honorable guests at the presidential room, and to my co-participants in this 2024 ICHAS here in Subang, USJ, Malaysia. It is with great honor and privilege, and I would like to thank the organizer who has reviewed my paper and be able to present this construct that I have developed a year ago. And it says, timeless knowing and being as caring, a theory construct. The title of the presentation's flow will include introduction, from concept to context, from philosophy to paradigm, then the theory construct, conclusion, and ways forward. Socrates once said, wonder is the feeling of a philosopher, and philosophy begins in wonder. I hope you have also wondered by yourself. Why are you here, and for what purpose you are into your profession? To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom, as Socrates once said, and myself, having developed and formulated this theory construct, has also wondered that in the clinical practice day-to-day of a nurse professional in the Philippines, it seems to me that I have entertained a client or a patient under my care within the day or within my shift. But at the end of the day, when I try to reflect and go back to the whole day's affair as a nursing professional, I was wondering if I have met the patient personally. Maybe you also have wondered why I have thought of it. Because there are situations and a lot of factors that actually hamper our relationship with the patient as a professional practitioner in health. Caring embodies the timeless presence of the one caring to the one needing the care. Nursing care is essential to sustain people and the planet. Nursing practice is this disruptive era poses a challenge for quality nursing care. Holistic and human care of clients and families that can be affirmed and actualized in timeless knowing and being as caring in nursing. As a professional, there is a day-to-day challenge that we are encountering with the patient's care, and that the meaning of human health experience in multiple realities, nurses can be oblivious to the essence of caring and nursing. Most probably with the presence of advanced technological gadgets that we have, and even the machines that we are operating in line with the care of our patients in the clinical area. This paper explores the construction of the essence of caring as influenced by historicity of philosophical, theoretical, epistemological, and ontological underpinnings from the concept to context, and from philosophy to a paradigm. This is to validate the genesis of a novel theory construct, whilst contextualizing in discursive prose and argumentation to demonstrate a deeper understanding of the interplay of time, understanding of knowledge, and being as caring in nursing. Thus, the design of an intelligible representation of caring can be gleaned from a paradigm. A theory construct envisages a cautious dissection of the outer and inner layer of the core, quote-unquote, caring, which reveals that transitional flow of connection into knowing and being in the three-layered core. The intensity of caring reflects the genuine nature of being at the core, regardless of the element of time, depicted as timeless, and interpolates the illustrated shift and provocative moving and revolving arrow around the core of caring. The sense and substance of caring that is timeless is grounded in the essence of caring that is knowing and being. From concept to context, we can ask the question, what is nursing? According to American Nurses Association, the association articulated that the 21st century nursing takes a critical role as a glue that holds a patient's healthcare journey together. This means for a lifetime that is across the lifetime of the patient's human health experience. And likewise, whenever there is someone in need of care, then there is nursing. With this in mind, the role of nurses at work is to identify and protect the needs of the individuals, translating nursing as both an art and a science, a heart and soul of the profession. That is nursing. Interestingly, at its heart lies a fundamental respect for human dignity and a sensitivity to patients' needs. This is supported by the mind in the form of rigorous core learning. The professional nurse prepares oneself for a lifetime and a long learning process all throughout life, with a bachelor's degree program in nursing embodying prior knowledge, experience, a value-based nursing practice, a knowledge-driven nursing practice, and outcome-driven nursing practice, and that leadership and governance of nursing practice is necessary. The learning experience provided by the nursing educational landscape in higher education institutions translates professional nursing competency envisaged from novice to expert levels, as professional nursing practitioner is anchored on Benner's level of expertise, as shown in this slide, from the ground or the base of the pyramid, novice, advanced beginner, going up to competent, and the tip is being an expert. Moreover, Benner was cited by Ozdemir in 2019 and articulated that novice to expert model highlights 5 stages of skill acquisition and serves as a comparative guide where the nurse exercises the levels of nursing practice as to the level of individual nurse, who describes, who observes, who interprets, and who validates by consensus. Furthermore, Benner contends that caring practices must be in harmony with the individual being cared for the situation as it unfolds. The context on Carper's pattern of knowing highlights 4 elements, and that is empirical knowledge, aesthetic knowledge, personal knowing, and ethical knowing. This is essential in the practice of nursing, and that transcends from context to context into philosophy to a paradigm. The paradigm is underpinning on philosophies that interpolates assumptions to either conform or refute as beliefs and thoughts as unleashed by Watson's philosophical and scientific caring background with how nurses express care to their patients. Her theory stresses the humanistic aspect of nursing as they intertwine with scientific knowledge and nursing practice. Shown is the integration of person, nursing, environment, and health, and the corresponding interplay of all this will support the nurse having been grounded with a philosophical underpinning of Watson's philosophy and science of caring. Nursing is concerned with promoting health, preventing illness, caring for the sick, and restoring health. It focuses on health promotion as well as the treatment of diseases. Descartes introduced the concept of interactionism in the case of the mind-body problem. He holds that bodily activities are influenced by the mind, as well as mental activities are also influenced by the body. So mind and body interacts with each other. And thus denotes that caring is central to nursing practice and promotes health better than a simple medical care. And a holistic approach to health care is central to the practice of caring in nursing. Moreover, caring can be demonstrated and practiced by nurses. Thus, caring for patients promotes growth. A caring environment accepts a person as they are and looks to what they may become, according to the Nurse Lab 2023. The philosophy accentuates the thought of the nature of caring by the professional nurse towards a client needing care, and to which the nurse relates, interacts, establish the presence towards meaningful, holistic, and human care. Going back to my first question and my personal experience, sometimes I do not see exactly my patient all day upon reflection before going to sleep, which means that there is an absence of presence of the nurse. By virtue of the totality of this philosophy, that there is an interaction between the mind, body, and soul or spirit of the person with the client. The teaching and principles of Socrates offer the practical life's purpose to an individual, as a professional nurse and for the client with family. The inner core of being is presupposed to be the soul as the most important component of the existence of the person. A person's susceptibility to harm is overruled by virtue of how a person cares for the soul. A professional nurse caring for one's own self is being able to care for the client and family. Heidegger, in his concept of time, is only relevant to beings and not any inanimate objects. As indicated by his theory, humans are the only entities that exist in the world. The rest of the objects do not have access to the surrounding world. In the emerging VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, situating people of constant and predictable change that is now the norm that is certain in industries and areas of business that in the world, including healthcare. So thereby, the options are laid down to the choice of every citizen, the people living in the planet, to thrive and survive. Healthy people mean a healthy planet. One must make a choice and take responsibility and accountability of one's health. This demands the managers, leaders, and the people to avoid traditional, outdated approaches to management and leadership, and day-to-day working tactics tactics to cope with the precarious environment we used to live safely, according to my tool in 2023. So the driving force is to play an active role as professional nurses, or it could be a health professional, in the quest for a deeper understanding of the meaning of timeless, knowing, and being. The multiple philosophical and theoretical underpinning paved forward the resounding appreciation of historicity, especially Florence Nightingale, as well as the epistemology and ontology in the diversity of the origins of ideas, thoughts, feelings, and values to where the theory construct emanates. So shown on the screen is the paradigm. If you can see, it is in the core, and there is an arrow that is timeless, and it represents the inner core, the being, the knowing, the next layer, and the outer layer is caring. Contextualizing the genesis of a novel theory construct is discursive prose, and argumentation demonstrates a deeper understanding of the interplay of time, knowledge, and being as caring. An intelligible attempt at the presentation of caring can be gleaned from the paradigm with the outer layer of the core. A cautious dissection of the outer to inner layers of the core caring reveals the transitional flow of connection into knowing and being in the three-layered core. And the intensity of caring reflects the genuine nature of being at the core, regardless of the element of time, swiftly and provocatively moving and revolving arrow around the core of care. The sense and substance of caring that is timeless is grounded in the essence of caring that is knowing and being. In conclusion, it is through this paradigm that highlights the importance of the sense and substance of caring. It is more than the external factor and component of a person. It is timeless and it is grounded in the essence of caring, that is, knowing and being. What would be my way forward from here? I would like to thank my students who actually designed the core that represents timeless, knowing, and being. And hopefully, my way forward to this is the application of this theory in the 10 cases that is actually coming from mid-career professional narratives in the core of care persons in their environment. That is, youth in elderly health initiatives. And I would like to personally thank the person in Australia who actually designed the book cover for the way forward in this theory construct. Here's my references, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Martin. Is there any question or clarification from the audience? Yes, sir. We have a mic in your back.
Thank you, Dr. for your insightful presentation. Actually, I present this very because it's a topic you brought. My inquiry about there is many challenges I'm dealing in translating the concept to the culture and the context in practice. In sharing this information, in multicultural, especially in Asia and Malaysia or Philippines. Can you explain what are the main challenges we face in the Philippines, for example? Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question, and thank you very much. There's a lot that you will actually have identified around. Particularly most recent is the intergenerational gaps. That is actually the production of nurses from differing generational levels. You could just imagine the clinical instructor or the preceptors are actually falling under baby boomers. And baby boomers are actually, by read pictures and articles available online and in highly published material or journal, it actually emphasizes the gap of intergenerational understanding as to the past and as to the present, and even how do we anticipate the future. That's the reason why I think, if I may see a hand for those teachers for nursing schools, please wave your hand. Are we quite a number here? Teachers or clinical instructors, preceptors in clinical setting. Sometimes we actually claim we do not understand the new generation of our students. Can I hear yes to that? Yes, so that's one item that actually can be observed as a gap and as a greater challenge, because you could see it's good from one island to the another island, you can have a bridge to connect. But how can we connect internally? Just like, how do we know that student? They're actually coming from various backgrounds, socioeconomic background, and cultural diversity comes into play. So if we're going to understand baby boomer, I actually almost, prior to baby boomer, I cannot just relate much to the use of social media related to my presentation yesterday. They are going into a lot in social media. And sometimes cases in schools where actually our attention are being called by our affiliation agencies or the institution where our students are actually fielded because of the decorum. I think there has something to do with the being of the new generation versus the generation that are belonging to their clinical instructors. So I hope that all of us are able to resonate that there's really a matter of timeliness here. Intergenerational gaps is all throughout ever since. From time to time it comes. As technological breakthrough is just in our hands, and that it makes our environment for caring precarious. That's the essence by which this conference really highlighted, as the President was saying yesterday's keynote, that we are actually going into investment of the value-laden investments of institutions towards our students, towards ourselves. In such a manner, we'll be able to understand fully the nature where our patients are coming from. It could be very hard if we ourselves haven't experienced being a patient, as he said, and I quote, "You'd rather be a patient so that you'll be able to know the concepts, principles, and even the philosophies of safe practice in our fields." I hope that satisfies the query, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
One more question from our audience. I totally agree with Dr. Martin. One of the challenges, especially in the academic today, is the generational gap. So in connection with that, I have a question, Dr. Martin. Since we're talking about caring and we live in a diverse population, so my question is, how do cultural differences impact the expression of caring in nursing across diverse populations?
I can answer that query, and thank you very much, in one word, and that is uniqueness. Each of us will have to embrace uniqueness. Because if we do not embrace uniqueness as professionals, we definitely do not impose our being. That is the reason why in the integration of knowledge in nursing and even in other fields of healthcare, it has to be, the integration must be based on science and must be based on evidences. Because if the person is actually having practices, like in the Philippines, we used to have cord care using the manure of a goat. What can you say about that? If you're going to understand and embrace uniqueness, making it more diverse in our care, then definitely you must know, we must know the reason why they are using manure of a goat for a cord care of a baby. I hope that you can actually figure out what I'm talking about in here. It is actually going against the principle of asepsis. You could just imagine a manure to be placed into a fresh wound that is a cord of a baby, newly born baby, newly cut cord, and then a manure of the goat placed in it, and then, of course, the goat care. Now, in science, we have to accept the fact that through the technological advancement, we know for the fact that there is now the causative agent of tetanus, somewhere on the ground and somewhere on soil, and of course manure, for example. We don't know where it's coming from, but the thought of it is actually contrary to scientific evidences of safe practice. That's the reason why there's a lot of incidences so long ago in the Philippines about neonatal sepsis because of that. So I hope that's one very particular case in the Philippines that we really have to translate knowing, being, and caring in nursing. In uniqueness and diversity, thus we embrace all this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Martin. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Is there any more clarification or things that you... Okay, so I got the go signal, so thank you very much, Dr. Martin. A lot of applause, please.
No question. Presented initially,
Dr. Channing, is there? Okay.
any question,
You come to the stage, please.
any question, you take an applause. No question. No question. And they are carrying the image of our country. We are representing our
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Neil, once again, for your wonderful sharing.
We will get the
There is a sitting there. All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker who came all the way from Indonesia. All right? Dr. Sharif has been interested in nursing since 1997 when he attended the Nursing College of Muhammadiyah Semarang, completing his studies in 2000. And in 2001, he began working at the Muhammadiyah Semarang Nursing College as an assistant lecturer. He continued his education, earning a bachelor degree in nursing and a nurse profession at the University of Diponegoro, Semarang, and completed his studies in 2007. In 2012, he completed his Master's in Nursing Studies at Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand. In 2024, he completed his doctoral studies at the University of Airlangga, Surabaya. Ladies and gentlemen, he has expertise in the field of emergency nursing and is active as a trainer in emergency training. To advance his career as a professional lecturer, he is also active as a researcher in his field of expertise. Several studies he has conducted has been funded by the university and the Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher Education. In the field of emergency nursing, he has published several articles in national and international journals regarding emergency triage. We welcome Dr. Chani.
Football match wrestling football wrestling.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for this opportunity. From the first, I will introduce myself. My name is Hanif. I'm from Indonesia. I'm from University of Malaysia, Semarang. Today, I would like to give the materials regarding my expertise in the field of emergency nursing. The topic that I want to give this one is about how to development of triage emergency instrument in determining the level of patient's emergency based on the fulfilling basic human needs. Because in recently, a lot of the instrument triage models that had been used in a lot of hospitals, but from several studies that instrument